Welcome back to the Bob Sullivan Show here on LateNightSportsRadio.com. If you'd like to call in, the number is 585-633-7487. I'm back here with guest for hour number 2, Keith Gree from 87sportsfans.com. How are you doing, Keith?
Hey, Bob. Great to be here tonight. It's fantastic. I won't use tonight to bring up the fact that the time you slept through the mock draft on my show.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Was that a mock draft for last year's NFL draft?
Yeah, it was two NFL drafts ago. Like,
yeah, that was a big slip up on my part. It's been a problem of mine many times before.
The only reason I bring it up is because I totally understand. Totally.
You seemed pretty pissed at the time.
Oh, really? Did I? Because I was just like, it was more like because me and my partner on our show, and it was like, yeah, but this guy Bob Sullivan, he's freaking hilarious. I can't wait to have him on. And I'm like blowing you up. Like, no call. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Rolling on.
This is my. Well, let me explain something to you about me. Is I rarely have my phone turned on so that like it's always on mute. And so like whenever somebody needs me, like I don't know, my brother called me the other night, late night, and I didn't answer it. You know, if it would have been turned up, I would have heard it, but I didn't hear it. and then 2 hours later I see I have a missed call, and it's like, oh, well, maybe if I had my phone turned up, I would have heard it. But, never have my phone turned up, so whenever I'm sleeping or doing anything, I never respond to a text on time, never answer a phone call on time. It's a big issue.
This story just makes it worse, because you know who else does that, Bob? My wife. She's always got her ringer off, because I don't know why, but we got 3 kids between the two of us, and freaking there's always phone calls coming in, and her phone's always on silent, and she also is incredibly short-term memory challenged, so she's always losing her phone. So I'm like, well, we can't call it, can we? Because the ringer's off. That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah, I always have that issue too. I'll be at a party, I'll be drunk or something like that. I'll drop my phone. Hey, what do you call it? Well, that's the issue there. Don't really have I can't turn it up. That would be something interesting. If you could turn up your phone volume app from somebody else's phone if you lose your phone and it's on silent.
It needs to be like an active listening where like your phone's always listening for your voice, and then like you could call it like a dog. Like, your phone, or you like that would be the next step in like the degradation of our culture, having to name your phone so that you could like hear Bob's phone and it just like rings to you.
Yes, that is a good idea. Like it has like wheels on the back, or like one of those vacuums, those robot vacuums that goes around the room, and goes around the room by itself, and you don't have to push it or anything. It's made the culture pretty lazy. The phone that does that for you, if you lose it, it finds you.
Well, if you read the news, cars that drive themselves are on their way. So in a matter of time, we're all going to be like 450-pound sloths because we won't have to do a damn thing.
Yeah, that whole TLC show, My 600-Pound Life.
No, actually, I missed that. Is that really a show?
That is really a show, and I've told girlfriends and ex-girlfriends that, if they want to stay with me, they're going to have to agree to, if they want to be my wife, they're going to have to agree to stay with me through my 600-pound life, because that is my dream, to be on that show. So, and support me through that challenge to get on that show.
And any luck finding anybody willing to sign up for that?
No, not yet. No. But I haven't even cracked 3 bills, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that 600-pound life. Speaking of, why are we giving shows to people who are 600 pounds? Like, why are we fascinated by this?
Because I know from my standpoint, I just don't understand how the human body stays operating at that size.
Yeah, I guess it is actually. It's amazing that they're still alive at that point. It's almost like somebody, like Stephen Hawking or something. You're not really amazed by what, the robot is saying. You're more so impressed that he's still alive. The fact that he's still able to think, it's pretty amazing. Kind of like a 600-pound person.
Can Stephen Hawking use Siri?
Ooh.
That's interesting. I think that should be a YouTube video.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking talking to Siri.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Why don't you understand me?
Yeah, it would almost be like that movie with, you could almost make a movie out of it, but they had that Joaquin Phoenix movie where he starts basically having sex with Siri, fantasy sex with Siri. It's, do we need that movie made?
Oh, yeah, right there. Right there, do it again.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I can't do robot sex very well.
No, you had too much emotion in your voice. It's got to be more monotone. It'd be like, oh, yeah, oh.
Yeah, Siri's putting up emoticons up on the screen.
You just see him hitting the O key on his keypad or whatever it is.
Oh man! Well, on to the NFL before
a natural transition from Siri sex.
Before this gets any more derailed or negative. Today in the NFL, some good games. and then we get an odd matchup for the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh, Carolina. It's a fine matchup, but it's not really, something I can sink my teeth into. Kind of an odd matchup, especially when you got a Washington Philly out there, especially when you got, San Fran, Arizona out there, Denver, Seattle. There's a lot of good matchups out there. Why would you take this matchup of all of these if you're Sunday Night Football?
It makes me think that they have a death wish. Like, seriously, after the Thursday night debacle that we just had, I mean, you're looking at Carolina and Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football, two teams that have been offensively challenged for the most part so far. And Pittsburgh's been all right defensively. Carolina's been really good defensively. So you just know it's going to be like a 6-3 game. And for the most part, if I'm not mistaken, that's where we are right about now. I know there was a touchdown to Antonio Brown. Oh, it's 30-13. That's what I get for looking away from my screen for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's
so as I'm extolling Carolina's defense, I look at my other screen to see that, oh, by the way, they've given up 30 points.
Yeah, it's so much for that analysis. Do you have any fantasy football tips as well for that?
Roger Goodell's had a better day than I have. That's how bad that is.
I didn't see him at any of these games. I can't believe he didn't show up in any of these games today.
He's at the bottom of a bottle. That's where he should be right now. I would be drinking so hard if I had that job right now.
If I was him, I wouldn't even be drinking. I'd just be like, okay, I'll take my $40 million and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, right. With that, there's got to be some kind of severance pay. What the hell do I need all this grilling in the press and the National Organization of Women calling for my head on a platter?
Yeah, I've never seen really a commissioner be, well, maybe Gary Bettman. I've never really seen a commissioner be so hated by the players and outside and still have a job.
Well, the NHL players hate Bettman because he won the last time that they had their little stoppage.
Well, and the fans hate him because he's basically ruined the sport with all the expansion and having teams in Florida and whatnot. And I don't really know why the owners, it's not like Bettman's done anything to really improve. Like, they're not making money hand over fist in the NHL like they probably could be if they didn't have overexpansion and Bettman didn't have 2 lockouts.
Yeah, see, I'm not a hockey fan, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it. But I will say that once I saw that there was a team in Columbus and Nashville, I thought maybe they were pushing it.
Yeah, and you got a Dallas team, the Dallas Stars, a team in the desert, Phoenix. This is maybe Phoenix is moving. I don't know. I don't really watch hockey either, but all I know is it's not there when your Stanley Cup games are on network television. That's not a good sign.
Right.
It's a sign that you're going towards Major League Lacrosse level.
It's the most storied championship in all of sports, and you can watch it on the Versus Network.
Well, pretty soon you're going to have to watch it on, like, Netflix or something.
It'd be like the NBA was in the 70s on tape delay.
Yeah. It actually, could you imagine? Like, back in those days, news didn't travel at all, so it would be easy to keep a secret that, the Sonics beat the Bullets or something like that. But imagine nowadays the uproar if somebody was told that there was going to be a tape delay. Like, I watched a couple Finals games a couple years ago. This was, when Twitter was just getting started, and I still had to turn off my phone. And this was like 2010 when the Celtics went to 7. I had to turn my phone off so I wouldn't get any updates, and we watched the game 2 hours, behind, and it worked out fine. But it's tough nowadays to watch anything tape delay, even TV shows.
Oh, it's because now me and my wife were doing this grand experiment where we got rid of cable.
Ooh.
Because we're never really home for it. The only reason we have it was for sports. So I am like resorting to every kind of piracy I can think of. Trying to get to sports bars as much as possible, and I'm watching NFL games on Game Rewind. and which is okay because I like getting into the nitty gritty X and O's football strategy. I am not good at it by any means. I know